I sincerely hope that I have a chance to get more study in your university. In the future, I want to be a performer or flute teacher because I love kids. They are small and cute. I want to teach them. I hope my dream will become true in one day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You cough. You're
Well
like
done for
me.
getting through it.
I have a cough too, and so does he. So, you okay? Would you like some water?
You want
Yeah. Will we get some? Oh, yeah. You take a seat now and relax for a minute. And actually,
拿瓶水。
your shoelace. Oh, okay. That just in case you trip. So you are interested in the bachelor's degree? Yes. Okay. And so, were you here earlier when we were talking to the first girl?
Sorry.
The first candidate, not Cinderella, the one, the girl, was it Grace?
Grace.
Yeah, Grace.
Were you here when we were talking to Grace?
他前面在跟 Grace 就第一个我们的表演者的时候，你有没有注意在听，就是我们的点评？ Yeah.
So you heard us talking about the bachelor's and the fact that it's not a conservatory education, so it's more obviously performance is very, very important. So you would be able to perform on flute, but you'd also have to put a lot of time into the academic side. Is that something that interests you?
就是说那个就听懂了。
没有听懂了，有一但有一部分没有。
就他的意思就是说，我们有区别于其他的音乐学院，是在于我们除了很全面的在培养你的这个音乐演奏之外，可能我们还会再去多一些其他方面的一些学习，比如说像理论的学习，或者说像其他的一些表演的学习。所以就是可能就是，当然他也知道这个表演是非常重要的，但是我们除了表演以外，还有很多东西要给你学。对
You are interested in that too, are you?
你感兴趣吗？
Yes.
Okay, and I know Niall will talk about more flute things in a second, but what would you see yourself doing at the end of that degree? What do you want to be? What do you want to use the degree for? I think you said you like teaching?
Yes, I like teaching.
所以你的梦想，你的职业的理想是什么？
Performer.
Like to be a performer, okay. And performing with an orchestra, performing with an orchestra, okay. Oh, nice.
That was really hard.
Yes.
Really hard pieces.
I practice very difficult
Very, very difficult. Yes. Why did you pick those pieces?
because I like it. And I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And your technique is really excellent. I mean, the level of your technique. I mean, you get to the top of that third octave, and there's no strain. It's just it's really hard on. It's really, really good. If you had to think, what do you think you have to work on as a flute player? What do you think you need to develop? It's a hard question. Oh,
所
sorry.
以你在去继续你的这个从事这个场景的演奏者过程当中，你觉得你下一步会考虑一个什么样的问题，或者说你更加关注什么样的点？就在你的后续的学习当中，或者在成为一个职业的这个演奏家的过程当中，你会更关注什么？哇，或者哪些是你需要再去提高的这些？
I think I need to practice my flute very hard.
It's hard for
This is a hard. It's a very hard question. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, you play an instrument which is I'm a flute player too. And, your flute starts here, and it goes all the way. But by the time it gets to here, it's nearly made. You know, and it's very complex because it's internal. Yeah.
他也是一个长笛演奏家。
我听懂了，我这次听懂了。
But and you have such opportunity for different tonal colours, you know, making different sound, making brighter sounds and darker sounds. I think you like those dark, rich sounds. You do like them, yes. Yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Yeah. So do you feel that if you want to become a performer on flute, it's the same question I gave to Grace at the beginning. You know, well, it's not a question, but it's just to bear in mind carefully that if you go to a conservatory, you know, you spend hours and hours and hours every day on the flute. If you come to a university where we are, we expect you to do a lot of work on the flute, but we'd also expect a broader approach to education. So I know you said you were happy to do the lectures and the essays and all that kind of stuff, but just to know that that would be, that you are looking for that broader education rather than a specialised education on the flute, almost exclusively on classical music on the flute. That's an important thing for you to consider. If you want to become a performer on the flute, a lot of people would say, well, I should go to a conservatory where I really concentrate on that. So if you come to Limerick, you would be concentrating on the flute, of course, but you'd be doing it in a broader context. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that and that is something that would really interest you. It's a very unique form of education in some ways. It's you'd be playing music from all over the world, interacting with people, you know, popular musicians. Maybe you'd be trying some popular music on the flute, you know, or maybe trying some Irish music on the flute or whatever you're interested in. But it would be a kind of a broader approach. Now you can still specialise in classical flute playing, but I just want to just to hear you talk a little bit about how you'd see yourself fitting into that environment.
就是你可以就是你前面听懂了对吧？
前面听懂。
对，就是他的意思就是说你有不同的选择，两不同的方向嘛，就是你可以自己来讲一下你自己对自己的这个接下来学习计划的一个理解，或者说是否觉得这个是会更加适合你一些。
Yeah, I mean, we are very interested in you. And we just want to make sure that you understand the environment you'll be coming into in Limerick.
Would you listen to any other types of flute playing apart from classical? Would you listen to jazz flute playing? No. And you come from a country with one of the greatest flute traditions in the world. Chinese flute playing is amazing.
Yeah, traditional, you know, traditional Chinese flute. Do you listen to that? Or?
你觉得你有学过或者尝试表演过中国传统的那种笛子？
No.
But you might be interested maybe in exploring a little bit about it. Maybe not to play it even, but just to learn a little bit more about it.
She can't come to Ireland.
No, but being open to thinking about different flute types.
对，就是他们也没有尝试过不同的场地的种类，就是。She just focus on this.
Yeah. But would you like to learn about other ones? Yeah.
It's very important for creativity. It's a creative art. It's a creative practice. So we want to make artists, not just technicians. You are a superb technician. I mean, you're growing as an artist. So maybe to think about making new sounds in your flutes and making creative sounds. We need that creativity in our lives.
对， 其实他们刚才想跟你讲的呢是这个意思，就是说，他们觉得你这个演奏很好，然后他们觉得他们也对你很感兴趣，他们也很喜欢你演奏的方式，但是他是想说他想让你知道你是不是对他们很感兴趣，就是很喜欢他们这种学习的方式，然后包括学习的这种环境啊，然后方式啊之类的。为什么？因为他觉得我们要互相去认可才可以，因为他觉得他能够给到你的呢，不仅是让你以后专业于这一个乐器的表演，更多的是能够去尝试不同的种类，让你自己会更加丰富。比如说你以后想在乐团里面去工作，这样那就会更加的方便你。所以他们想表达就是说，希望你能够认可他们的学习的环境，从而由发自内心的来选择他们的学校。就是刚才其实一直想表达就是这个意思。So just so you can know that once you want to shape you know that if your education method will rather to one social.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's a two-way thing. Isn't it?
双向选择。
You have to be right for us, but we have to be right for you.
Are there any questions for us?
缺点的英语怎么说来着？
Disadvantage. What's after you play this, do you think some disadvantage of this?
You are truly an excellent technician. I think we could maybe think more, and you played solo. So you have to think about phrasing and the shape of the phrasing. And you have space, and maybe, and of course you've been nervous here, and and also it gets away from this and maybe form a little bit more. But that's all. They're things you can. I mean, I once would have been able to do the technique that you do. I've forgotten it. See, that was really excellent. That was really, really good. So no, it's the performer. Think about the phrase and think about, again, I know, as I said, you like those dark tones. The dark tones, but there are great ones you can think of. It's all embouchure work and things, and the dark tone suits the piece. But I think we can think more about making different tonal colours. But they're high level, high stuff. No, it's really excellent. So it was a real pleasure that you were playing. If you want to come and study flute, remember to go. We're very happy.
对他很希望人来。对。
Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.